Welcome to the Underground.
Turn me up, bitch!
My Little Underground with Peter A.
It's My Little Underground. I'm Peter A. Make sure you're listening anywhere you get podcasts. And you can follow me on socials at MLUpod. You can also subscribe to the My Little Underground email newsletter. That's at peteraradio.com, along with the My Little Underground archives, as well as some playlists for you. Tomorrow, Sunday, the Wrestling Caucus returns. That's myself and Smiley Arriaga talking about the world of professional wrestling. And you can listen to the Wrestling Caucus wherever you get podcasts. And also at peteraradio.com as well. Returning to My Little Underground today, after 3 long years, we have A Place to Bury Strangers. That's right. They got a brand new lineup with John and Sandra Fedowitz, headed by the legend himself, Mr. Oliver Ackermann. We also talked about their brand new EP, Hologram, their new label, Dedstrange, and their EP release show, September the 15th at Bowery Ballroom in Manhattan. And Oliver gives the most positive outlook on record labels that I've ever heard. And it's always a fun time talking with A Place to Bury Strangers. We crack some jokes. And this was barely an interview. We just kind of talked and hung out. It was like playing catch up. Returning to My Little Underground, so glad to welcome back A Place to Bury Strangers. Take a listen. I'm gonna get right to it. No small talk. Big talks only here. That's what we do.
All right.
You know, I wanna thank you guys for taking time chatting with me. A lot of new things on your horizon, which is really cool. You know, new lineup, of course. You got John and Sandra with you. So I know this is just like a friendship. You know what I mean? Because you guys just
Speak for yourself, man.
So it was a grueling audition process, is what you're trying to tell me.
Grueling audition process. Yeah, there was
All right.
someone who was up ahead of them, and they kicked their ass.
That's
so
it.
They were out. Yeah,
I got it. So like that's how you guys just came together. Okay, you know, old lineups out. I need new friends to play with. That was it. There was no real formal audition process with anybody else besides John and Sandra.
I think he did it kind of he saw us play maybe about 3 or 4 months before he asked us, and he just was watching us, so I think that was the audition.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's never said that, but that's exactly probably what happened.
I was like, oh yeah, they could do it. They could make this happen. So yeah, I mean, we always just would have so much fun playing together anyways, and I feel like what they were doing at Ceremony East Coast, you know, was like the kind of music that I just love so much as well. It seemed like it was going to be a good idea. You know, you never know, you know, until you try it out. So and then we kept on kind of doing it. They would keep on coming up, and we'd be practicing and playing and recording songs and stuff, and it just kept on getting better and better, and then it just kind of took off from there.
Speaking about trying things, just seeing what happens, you know, you got the new label, Dedstrange. Now, you know, what is the mission statement here? Are you trying to quote unquote sign people, or just helping artists that you admire put out music?
What's the difference?
I don't know, because usually, you know, I guess the stereotype is just inking somebody, or just you know, because I know people who, you know, are helping artists just, you know, maybe get a tape out, or just, you know, I don't really know the inner workings. I'm just, you know, because usually
I mean, it's I didn't realize it was going to be so much work, but it's a ton of work, and we've been putting so much effort and work into it, and kind of just what we can do to sort of help people out that we really love as musicians, you know, and work on kind of, you know, getting them some of the exposure and connections that maybe they don't necessarily have, and also kind of to try to build sort of like another sort of family and community of like-minded artists who can kind of help each other out and work together on projects.
It sounds a lot like a Death by Audio mission statement, because that's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Same
right?
thing. Yeah, I got one mission.
yeah. Let's talk a little bit about some of the people on Dedstrange. You got Data Animal, Jealous, and Plattenbau. Am I pronouncing that right?
Plattenbau.
Yeah. Yeah. So how did you discover these groups?
Sort of a little bit different ways. Like one was there, all of these bands are bands that have their roots in Germany. So it's kind of crazy, all different ways throughout that. But one of the bands is one of my label mates is Mitch's band, is Data Animal, and he actually lives in New Zealand at the moment. And his band is just so awesome. He's always been in awesome bands, and that was even part of the reason I think we kind of started a label, with Steven as well, Matrix, my manager from A Place to Bury Strangers. And so it was the three of us who started this label, and he has like just into the coolest music and always into that cool stuff. He's the one who was friends with that band Jealous, and so that's why we signed the band Jealous. The band Plattenbau was suggested by this really good friend of mine who is actually all of our records are distributed through Red Eye, and this guy Dino, who works at Red Eye, was like, oh man, you got to sign this band, you would love them, Oliver, they're incredible. And I just knew like they're the kind of band which I don't know if everyone's going to necessarily get, but they're like just such a cool, awesome band that I feel like, people, need someone to kind of like believe in them and make this stuff happen. Or sometimes bands dissolve and move on and do different things. So while a band is doing cool stuff, it's good to try to help them out.
Capture the moment too.
Capture the moment. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Like myself, this show, My Little Underground is all about new music discovery. So you three now, I'm sure, or I hope that your ear is wide open for new bands and artists. So are you getting like a lot of artists in your inbox, just inquiring about stuff, sending you demos and everything like that? What is your filter process like? Like, what is a deal breaker of sorts? It's like, okay, I want to work with this group.
I mean, if I love the music, then, we're going to reach out and try to make it happen. So, we're trying to like pump the brakes a little bit and not take on too many more artists. There's like 3 more artists that we've taken on that weren't even mentioned, so we're doing all of these things. It's just, there's so many good bands and so many people did so much good stuff like during kind of the quarantine, and when they're locked away, it's like all these people like bought a tape machine or did, met up with some friends to have this small bubble and formed a band. So I'm like, almost feel like I want to sign 10 more bands beyond this, but I got to watch out because it's a lot of work to make all these happen. But, I love hearing new music. Please, everybody send me their music and I'll definitely listen. And, yeah, I want to hear new cool stuff. I want to share and help other people, listen to new music that maybe they haven't heard. And if I can be like a vehicle for that, then that's great.
Yeah. So like over the last year and a half or so, just being isolated, for all 3 of you, has any jadedness kind of built up inside you as far as playing music, being in a band, and everything that entails?
It really made me kind of appreciate and sort of,
I think I let go a little bit of my jaded with the quarantine, and I think I like opened my ears a little bit more, like
and sort of kind of, realize a little bit how special of a place any of us were in at the time, kind of before quarantine. Even if you're traveling around and, we're playing shows and you're not getting paid or whatever it is, it's still awesome to get the opportunity to, meet with people and make music with people and kind of, make a room kind of go wild or be part of a crowd, going crazy. It's all that stuff that you kind of took for granted for so long.
That's the problem. Yeah. Like when you take something like that for granted, and then when you lose it, it's so terrible, like makes you sad a little bit.
Yeah. Some artists, like at least pre-COVID, they're like, I'm sick of the tour and everything. Like that. I remember listening to an older Ty Segall interview, and he's like, yeah, the tour thing, I'm gonna slow down in that regard. But now I'm seeing a lot of artists, I got shows in Germany, we got whatever, you know what I mean? So For the past year and a half with you guys, you had to just sit on your hands for a while. Now it's like, okay, where can we go and when and how? Is that what you're thinking now?
Totally.
Of course.
Yeah.
I think we all can't wait to go on tour again.
Yeah.
And I think it was also very, I think it makes we all kind of had to cancel tours when COVID hit. So I think that was like pretty devastating in a way. So we are all happy to get on the road again. And for me personally, touring is the best part of being in a band. So I can't wait.
Yeah.
Wow. I love the optimism, because usually I hear the opposite from some artists. They're like, touring is just, it's grueling, it's whatever. But I'm so glad to hear you guys are just ready to go to take on a lot of new adventures. The new EP, Hologram, is out. The one thing I think is cool, but it is cool, that your vinyl is sold out. So are you thinking about another pressing or what?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. It's there things have kind of you never know what to expect when you're pressing vinyl. I thought we made a lot of records, but I guess I was wrong.
Yeah. You've only been a band about 18 years,
I know, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You played a few sold out shows here and there around the globe.
Yeah, hey, yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys have any issues with vinyl at all? Because I know a lot of people.
It's nuts. It's like you can't get vinyl but for so many months, way later. And so it's like the plants used to be like maybe 2 months or something, and now it's looking like 8 to 10 months, to get records back. So that's why a lot of these artists that we signed, we haven't even announced or anything, because the record's not coming out till June next year or something. So it's kind of like, it's sort of premature to like hype something up that's like, get ready for the new album in 2 years from now. It's just kind of like, kind of weird. So it's just a bizarre time for all of that kind of stuff. It's like we started this record label as well to sort of be able to release whatever crazy thing we wanted to, because we're tired of working with another label where you got to go through all this bureaucracy and all of these things to finally eventually get your album 8 months later. And then now there's a vinyl delay, so we can't even rush it anyway. So whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of a label, bureaucracy and all that stuff, are you guys at the point as a band and as artists done with the whole let's work with a bigger label? Is that just in the back burner at this point?
I mean, it all just depends on what the kind of, what's sort of going on with the deals and stuff. And, what we want to do right now is release a lot of music and do a lot of crazy, weird experimental things. And so it makes sense for us to not have to have someone sort of like, as bad as this sounds, like collaborating on the ideas. I just want it to be like pure expression from us, our ideas without outside opinion, for better or for worse, and so different artists are at different stages in their careers and, are requiring different things. And I'm not going to say that we're not going to, ever work with a label again, because labels are music lovers and great people and have different types of connections and everything as well too. And that's really nice. Sometimes it lets you focus more on the music, but right now, I really wanted to just sort of do make a bunch of maybe like bad artistic decisions, I guess, and so and have nobody tell me that that's a bad idea. I just wanted the freedom,
I think the word you're looking for is risky.
Yeah, risky. There you go. That's a much better word. Yeah, thanks, Peter. So that's where we're at.
Man, the optimism is flowing right now. That's the friendliest way I've ever heard a record label be described. Oh, they're just all music lovers. Like, I've never heard that.
Yeah, I know, right?
I haven't heard that. All I hear is that a record label suck, just do it yourself. So, wow, I've never heard anyone say, yeah, record labels, they all just love music. Never. Never hear that ever.
You might not ever hear it again. Yeah.
No, I won't. I guess that's why I invited you guys to come on today. I guess I needed some optimism to get me through to finish up the week.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
So the release show for the EPs, Bowery Ballroom, September the 15th.
Yep.
So with your new lineup, you kind of had to, correct me if I'm wrong, kind of find chemistry, because you had your old lineup and you guys were touring like crazy, so you had your groove. So now, do you feel like you found your groove and you're ready to play a show together in sync?
Totally. Yeah, for sure. If you had asked us 8 months ago or something, I don't know if we had totally found our groove. But now, the past like 4 or 5 months, I am so confident. It's so strong. I'm so excited and thrilled. That what we're doing now is so wicked. I'm so excited to be like sharing this with people. It's going to be incredible.
Yeah, and sharing the stage too, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
what is like a new element or a new twist or something unique about this new A Place to Bury Strangers lineup that we are going to expect from a live performance perspective? Does that make sense?
Face paint. No.
You didn't tell me about
That's
that.
all about that. I don't know. It's like I feel like we just kind of connect in such a way, and we had to like figure out a way to, kind of just elevate the music to someplace else. And so there's a lot of different things we did, whether it be like building some new kind of crazy different gear. We play different songs. We play them in different styles. It's like we've sort of readapted what A Place to Bury Strangers is, and had the chance. In a way, it was really like liberating, because you're kind of starting from scratch, in a way. And so you have to figure out, without there being like, any like preconceived ideas from different members or anything of what the band already is. You just get to like recreate the band and the only goal is make it better than it's ever been in the past, so you just kind of trying things constantly and readapting things and readapting the equipment that you're using, readapting how we play the songs, relearning different parts in different ways, and just a lot of work. You just work until you kind of make something which gets to that place.
Yeah. Am I interrupting a band practice right now? It looks like you guys are like right in the middle of something.
No.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
No. Are we going to see fog machines?
Go into
See fog machines.
No, like she was working today, so was I, and so was he, and we all kind of met here, So.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The last time I saw you guys live was about maybe like 4 years ago ish. Yeah, about 4 years ago, and there was like the whole rig was the fog machines, lighting rigs. Are we gonna see more of that, or are you just gonna go, are you just gonna come at us raw, just us three on stage being loud?
No. It's all fog machines, lights, chains, whips, whatever it is, many drum sets, bells, giant whistles,
Face paint,
disco balls, face paint,
paint itself for the crowd
itself, multiple different shoes,
okay,
all sorts of things.
Wow.
Let the mind go wild.
Yeah.
Imagine different footwear, and there you go.
You can tell the audience, bring your own instruments. It's instead of bring your own
beer or definitely
beverage.
bring your own instruments.
Good idea.
Always bring your own instrument. It's always a good idea to a concert.
You're gonna take from Lightning Bolt's playbook. You'll play right in the middle in the crowd.
For sure.
No stage. Forget it.
Of course. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well.
A few weeks ago, last week, I was at Tapos in Ridgewood, and I came across the Death by Audio book, and it got me thinking. A Place of Very Strangers has been a band so long. Did it ever cross your mind to think about writing some sort of book of sorts? Because I remember the Death by Audio documentary. I was at the screening. So is a book, in the works? You ever thought about that?
Ebru did a book of one of the tours that we did. She did these magazine series, and so it's just a photo book of like 2 weeks when we went on tour with Idols, and that's in a book. And I have been working for a very long time, maybe 12 or 14 years on a joke book. But I guess I'd have to be a little bit more serious with it because I've only got about 23 jokes or something. So, but it's coming along, maybe accompanied with some photos or something. It would be cool to make a book, but we're all very busy people. Maybe it's time to do it sometime. So
yeah,
Lenny Kravitz did a book recently.
He did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
He wrote a book
about his life.
Oh,
we listened to it on the radio. Remember? It was an interview. It was weird. Why is he writing a book about himself? Yeah.
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, why not? I went on the Rough Trade website and I see Raekwon from Wu-Tang has a book coming out. Dave Grohl's got a book coming out. So many artists are writing books. Why not?
Maybe it's that time.
Isn't it a little bit weird though too? It's like, does David Grohl really know how to write like a book? You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Listen, he wrote songs.
I know he wrote songs, but you know what? Yeah, there's a lot more words in a book than a song. That's all I'm saying. So.
Yeah, you're right. Like a rapper, it makes sense to write a book because all they do is write.
Just writing lyrics nonstop. Yeah, of course. But
right.
I don't know.
I think it'll be interesting, because whatever band has a good story and lineage, I think it would be cool to put in a book. And I think of A Place for Very Strangers in that regard too, because of your long stretch of DIY and community. There's not a whole lot of bands like that, so it would be really cool to see that captured in a book. So
yeah,
you could have like every 10 pages be blank pages and be like for your notes.
Journal.
That's a great idea.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah, so that's why you can make the book longer. And I'll do like really big font. So we can just
Or a Death by Audio Mad Libs. Why not?
Oh yeah, if I can't think of the word, you fill it in. There'll be lots of blanks all throughout the whole thing.
And it will be lyrics to your songs.
Oh yeah, which is already with blanks in them. Yeah, totally.
It's gonna be we've come so, but
yeah, exactly, perfect. That's fine. Yeah. Excellent.
The new EP is out now, Hologram. So you guys have any plugs to get off? Let it go, let it fly. This is your time.
Oh man, listen to music, check it out online. In your friend's car. Buy the CD because
that's the only
vinyl's
one
out.
that's available.
Yeah. Go to cool bands Bandcamp's pages and support them. Right? It's a good idea. Yeah, definitely.
Come see us on the 15th, right?
Get your face paint ready.
Bring your face paint.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Come dress as a member of the Insane Clown Posse. You get a free beer.
Totally. Oh no, that's not it. It's not
yeah, free Fago at the merch booth.
Somebody's gonna take me seriously, so
that's fine. Yeah, even clowns have feelings too,
Yeah, like someone's gonna actually dress up as like Violent J and ask for a free beer, and then it's gonna cause problems. I don't want to do that.
I don't want to go there. Yeah, exactly. Oh no!
No! Juggalos have taken over a Place Very Strangers concert.
There we go. Hey, whoop whoop! Heck yeah! What's up, ninjas?
Oh man, love them. They're amazing. Now that'll be an interesting tour. Can you imagine that?
I know. Hopefully they'll have us at the gathering. So
yeah. Why not?
Invite us out.
That's their
It's their big festival.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Good stuff.
Totally.
New A Place Very Strangers. Thank you three for talking to me on this gorgeous Friday evening.
Thank you so much, Peter.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anytime,
Always great talking to you. Cool, man. Hope to see you around.